dear. I'm at my wit's end with this now, guys. Right guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be one that's, I need some suggestions guys, because I'm really getting to the point now where it's just doing me head in. I just cannot get to the bottom of this problem. Now, you might know from my last video, I've been having a few problems. Now, I put it down to I'm having water quality issues. Alright, so since I've been feeding a fish, because I've been up in my feed, I've been seeing excess levels, well I don't not say excess, but increased levels of ammonia and nitrite spikes. So thought fair enough, it's a bit expected. I need to stop feeding for a bit to let my bacteria catch up and to let these levels stabilise. But anyway, it's not happening. So I've stopped feeding. I've not been feeding now for a couple of days or so. My media looks mature. It's got a biofilm on it. I'll show you that. So this is my media. I've got 70 litres in here now, but as you can see, I mean there is some that is lighter because I did put some more in, but for these darker ones, I don't know how well you'll see them, but there's definitely, you know, you can see just with colour on it. You know, this is mature media. It's got loads of biofilm in it. So there's bacteria in there. That the darker media is mature, but it's just not stripping. It's lowering the ammonia levels, but the nitrite is just not stripping it. It's just stalled, and it just is not getting past the nitrite stage. Although I've got nitrates, it's just not lowering it anymore. It's just sort of hovering between like 0.5 and 1 part per million on nitrite, and it's just stuck there. It's just not moving at all. So like I say, I've been combating this, and now bearing in mind my system, it's heated, right, and the water is up at 24 degrees. Now that media, that bacteria in there at 24 degrees should have no problem whatsoever in processing that ammonia and nitrite. Alright, and bear in mind I've stopped feeding as well, so it should be handling the ammonia and nitrite what is already in the water. It should be lowering them levels. It should be getting rid on it. I should see the levels starting to drop, and I'm not. Alright, and that's over the past couple of days. It's not shifted. So what I've also been doing to try and combat it is, I'll just spin you around and show you. This is my drum here. From some of my other videos you might remember that on this outlet here, this is my waste outlet, what I use to flush my drum out when I clean it. So what I've done is, I did have a little drain valve on here to drain it, but now I put this little lever valve on it and an hose pipe, and that hose pipe goes underneath there, out through the back of the shed, and then go out here, comes out there, round back of there, round back of these pipes down here, round here, and it comes out here. And if you can see, I've got a little trickle out going on. So rather than doing big water changes every weekend, what I usually do, I've set up a trickle system just to try and keep a constant fresh water flow going into my pond, so I'm not doing big dumps of water every week, so it's constantly diluting the water throughout the week. So yeah, I've set up a trickle system just to see how that helps me. Now so far that trickle has been in since, only did it yesterday, so I'm guessing I've got it set to empty 140 millilitres per minute, and that works out over a week, works out somewhere between 10 and 15%, something like that. Now it's been running nearly 24 hours now, so I'd have thought it'll have probably changed somewhere around, I don't know what, 200 odd litres so far. So I'm going to have to see how that trickle works for me. Now I've recently, since I got back from work, I've tested my water. The ammonia seems to have come down slightly, but the nitrite not budging, and I just cannot fathom it. Just cannot get my head round why this nitrite is not budging, and it is getting on my audio jungle. Pardon my French. So yeah, it's just doing me head in, guys. Absolutely doing me head in. I just can't figure out why it is not touching this nitrite. I'm going to do a nitrate test now. Wife's come up gardening, she's come to nosy on me. I'm going to do a nitrate test, see if it's dropped any of them levels just through the water changes. I don't know whether having excess nitrate can stall nitrite being converted to nitrate or not. I've no idea. So yeah, I'm going to check my nitrate now, see what that's at, see if this trickle out's diluted my nitrate at all. But yeah, do me head in, guys. Hi guys, welcome back. Friday afternoon, finished work. Right, I've had a reset. What I mean by that is I've taken a step back from this situation, because over the last few days it's been driving me a bit insane, trying to keep on top of these levels, and trying to figure out what the problem is going off in my pond. So I've had a breather. I've left the fish alone for 4 or 5 days. They've not been fed, so I've been letting these ammonia and nitrite levels come down via, obviously, any bio what's going off in that moving bed, and also through the trickle out what I've got going in. Now I'm going to test again now, see what my readings are at. I bought myself a new nitrite checker, because these, trying to fathom out what these are actually saying and reading them colours is absolutely boggling my head. Trying to, just looking at the colours, trying to figure out, well, is it 0.2, is it 0.5, I don't know, maybe it's 1. It's driving me absolutely insane with them. So I'm still going to use it to compare it with the Hannah checkers, but trying to figure out what reading that is giving me is boggling my head. So I decided to buy a nitrite checker, a Hannah meter. I've also got an ammonia Hannah checker coming from what I'm buying from Mike at Koi Beginnings, so I bought an ammonia one from him. That's due to be arriving shortly. So these are just going to give me a much more accurate reading as to the levels what I'm finding in my system, which is going to make it a lot easier for me to know, you know, where I'm actually at, rather than trying to guess with that damn thing. So yeah, I'm going to test my water now on my nitrite, see where it's at, and then I'm going to make a decision where to go from there. I do think that there is still a problem in that pond, in terms of fish. I do think there's parasites. I think I've missed something. So what I'm going to do this nitrite test, and then I'm going to net a couple of fish, scrape them. This time I'm not going to bother using sedate, after what a few people have said to me about sedate, you know, knocking the actual parasites themselves back, so it makes it more difficult to actually see the parasites or register them on the microscope. So I'm going to scrape them without using any sedate, just in the net, and see what results we get from that. So I'm going to do this and I'll catch back later, guys. Right, the check's just come in now, guys. So the nitrite reading, this is in parts per billion, is 81. Now when I've converted this into just nitrite and converted it to parts per million, it works out at 0.26 parts per million. Okay, so it has gone down a bit to what we're at, because looking at the chart, it was sitting before somewhere between, well, I think going by the colours, it looked like it was sitting somewhere between 0.5 and 1, but now this is telling me that it's 0.26, so it seems to be going down. So I'm going to keep an eye on it, make sure it carries on going in the right direction. So now I'm going to get a couple of fish, give them a scrape, and see if we're dealing with anything else. So I'll be back to you once I've done that, guys. Right then, guys, so I've just finished scraping, checked 3 fish. Out of 3 fish, found 1 fluke on the slides, 1 fluke, so not overly concerned about that, but I found Costia. So I only just spotted it. There wasn't a lot of movement on there, what I could see, but I just happened to notice one on them moving about. I didn't use any sedate or anything like that. Just a straight scrape, and like I say, just the 1 fluke I noticed on slides, and Costia. So no wonder that they've been acting off, and I've been thinking that I've not been finding anything, when all along I've just been missing it. It's just been, yeah, just been Costia sat there. So I did wonder, to be honest with you, whether they were Costia, because I noticed with my chag, now because that's a dark fish, I noticed it started getting a whitey grey skin shade to it, like a white grey skin colour. And also on one of my whitefish, I noticed that its fins were starting to go a bit red, so that did alert me to the possibility of possibly Costia being in there somewhere. But like I say, I only just managed to see it, so I'm glad I did see it. Anyway, that's going to be your job for tomorrow. I don't know what to use though. I'm torn between PPing it and Alparex. I'm leaning more towards Alparex, because if I PP it, I'm going to knock my filters back even further, and Alparex won't have as big of a hit on my filters as PP would. But the only upside to PP is it's going to wipe it out pretty quick, so I'm not sure what to do with that yet. I don't know. I think I'll sleep on that one, and make a decision and address that situation in the morning, because I don't know what to do. If I go down Alparex route, I'm going to have to pick some up tomorrow. I've got some PP here, but I don't want to do it now because time's getting on a bit. So yeah, I'm going to sleep on that, and make a decision on that in the morning. So that's going to be it for tonight, guys. I shall probably catch back over the weekend sometime. So see you later.
Hello.
Say like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Smash
Like.
and
Make sure there's 10 billion subscribers.
Good
if
lad.
You can.
Good lad. Right then, guys. Been a planner attack. So I was going to use Alparex to sort these costs here, but I've had to think about it. Had a little chat to Stu last night at Surrey, and I'm just going to PP them. Now I know not everyone is a big fan of PP, but I don't mind using it. It does the job intended for it to do, and most importantly it does it quickly. So I've got some PP brewing up now. I've flushed my drains, made sure there's no crapping system or anything like that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to nuke them. I'm just mixing up now. Just had this air stone in it for about 20 minutes, something like that. Get another 5-10 minutes or so, and then I'm going to bang it in. This has just all been cleaned out and flushed through. Nothing left in there. So, right, I'm going to leave this another 5-10 minutes, guys, and then I'm going to bang it in. So, I'll see you in a bit. Right, that's in then now, guys. See how long it lasts this time. Last time I used it, it went pretty brown pretty quick. So I'm hoping that there's no sodium thiosulfate in this system now. I'm hoping it's going to stay purple for 4 hours or so. So from now we've got till about 4 o'clock. Not see through the filth of that window. Right, I'll catch back later, guys, and I'll let you know how long it's lasted in here. Right then, guys, we've just hit the 2 hour mark. We're just starting to get a tint of brown tip water. I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera. From above, you can still see that it has got pink to it. Well, like I say, I don't know how well this is going to show up, but there's still definitely a tint of pink to it. Very difficult to see on screen. In water it's through window, you can't really tell. There's not right lighting for it. Just have to take my word for it. But yeah, we've hit 2 hour mark. PP's still active. You can probably see from this, you can probably tell that it's still got a tint of pink to it. So still active, still going. So I'm going to leave it a bit longer. From what I gather, 2 hours should be about enough to kill off cost here. But I'm going to leave it in. Fish seem happy enough. They don't seem to be struggling at all. So I'm going to come back to you in a little while. Right, that's it then, guys. Pond were pink for a good 3 hours. Now neutralised it. And we're back clear again. Pink no more. See if that does it. Hopefully it's wiped them out. Right guys, so I decided I was going to get me shower out at shed and just get a quick run and just see how I'm going to do this. I've got it in place and I've started putting a bit of pipe work in. It's not going to be the finished product, I don't think, but I just wanted to see roughly what I'm going to get out on it and how it's going to look. So I'll spin you around and see what we've got. So we've got this at the minute, just to right hand side a bit, got pipe coming up. I've just got me glue and some clean tape. I'm going to, for the time being, just put this 45 on there, something like that. Go straight into there. This is only inch and a half this, but this is 2-inch pipe, so I'm going to have to put this other rubber on there to adapt it to 2-inch. So I'm going to get this cleaned up now, this fitting, clean fitting up and clean pipe up, and get this glued on. So I shall catch you back in a minute, guys. coming more out this side than that side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah. Because that side's more calm.
What?
That side's more calm.
That side's...
Like more calm than that.
Right, so there we have it then, guys. That's up and running. I've had to turn my other returns off just to test it, but that's the top and bottom on it. Now, I don't know whether when I do the final fit of it, whether to leave it on the right hand side or whether to centralise it. I'm not quite sure yet, but because I've had to turn my other returns off to get this one running, this is what I was saying before, I'm going to get another pump and separate my skimmer line from my drum, and then I can use that to dump over at shower. So that's what I'm going to do, but where its final position is going to be, I'm not too sure yet, and there's no media in it, so we're going to have to get some media. Be alright when it's running properly. Got a nice powerful flow over the top. I'll show you that. This is only pumps at it 50%. That's just at 50% that. Like I say, no media in it. That's all I've done for now, just a little mock-up, just to see what it will like, more than help. Right, I think I'll end this one here then, guys. It's been a bit of a long-winded video, a bit of everything in it, and tomorrow I'll be back with me water testing to see how these water parameters are going on. Pretty sure there'll be no problem. Like I say, they've not been fed, so they've not been producing anything. So yeah, that's going to be it for me now, guys, so catch you next time.